Klein Alley Show. I walk into doors. She delivers the news. We'll figure out what's happening in the world, and then we will get you into Vegas with us. If you have an awkward moment, something you'd like to share with your mother that she is unaware of. It would be uncomfortable, probably, but she'll find out eventually. Moms seem to know things, so might as well win you a trip to Vegas in the process. We'll get into some awkward moments later this morning. If you'd like to join us for that, you can text us or DM us what it is you'd like to talk about with your mom. The number is 800-520-1067 or slide in the DMs at Klein Alley Show. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Still 100% free and priced accordingly.
That's right. So as we speak, there's a lot of stuff going down at UCLA. If you're just waking up, police are currently on the UCLA campus right now, dismantling the encampment that's been there for about a week. Give or take. They've been putting students in zip-tie handcuffs and shoving them into vans and getting them off campus. They are pulling apart the metal and wood barricades. They're setting off what they call flashbangs, which they make these really loud popping noises, but they don't hurt people. They're just meant to freak people out and get them to disperse.
Very disorienting.
Yeah, so then they can kind of peel people off and get them out of there. And other reports were saying that they could hear the officers firing rubber bullets, but they're trying to get them out of there as peacefully as possible. Of course, a lot of the students are filming everything in case things get out of hand. And this was a peaceful protest at first, but then in the last few days, we talked about some of the physical violence that was happening with the fireworks and the mace, and then there were damage to some of the buildings at the school. So then they were like, okay, we need to declare this an unlawful assembly and get the cops out here. And that was declared at 6 p.m. last night, but they're still there trying to get everybody out.
I also think when the dust truly settles and they start looking at who was there, I think they're going to find out that it was a very small percentage of actual students. And a very large percentage of people that are just trying to create chaos and disorder.
Well, I think that there are people who have obviously causes that they believe in, and they should be able to, freely, share what their feelings are, and people have a right to protest. That's something that, But
I'm saying I saw a guy.
But I think there are also people who want to be a part of any chaotic environment or create some. Yeah, they just want to be there.
I saw a guy's mask came off. The guy must have been 65. I'm like, what class is that dude in?
Well, they did say some of them are teachers.
I'm getting my master's.
I was like, that guy is old. That guy is older.
I went back to school.
Yeah, I was like, everybody hide under masks. Anyone can be any age. But I wish I had more masks when I was in college. Maybe we got laid more.
But they did say that some of them are teachers. Not a lot of them, but they said the majority of them are under 30, and the bigger majority of them are between 18 and 20 years old. But there are his KNX upstairs. They are at the scene, and they're trying to interview people and stuff. And they were like, we're talking to some people who don't have anything to do with anything. They're just there.
Well,
they're just there as bystanders filming stuff because they want to see what's going on, and they're just interested. They have morbid curiosity in this whole situation. So that's happening too. There's a lot of people there, and I think they have to figure out who was there and why. And then when they do eventually clear everything out, there are just tons of tents, tons of debris, tons of garbage. So it's going to take them a long time to clear all of it out.
Thank you, 310, for the wonderful suggestion. Have they attempted to play your show? That would disperse the crowd rather quickly.
Well, at 7-Eleven and different liquor stores and stuff, they play classical music to get the bums out. The bums out.
Right, so you can try that. Our show's available.
They just run. All right, in 2010, a company called MedMen was created, and it revolutionized the weed industry. It is now 2024, and MedMen is now known to investors as Dead Men. And it's been failing for a while now, but yesterday they officially, put the last nail in their coffin and announced they're filing for bankruptcy because they have about $411 million in debt that they cannot pay because they horribly mismanaged the billions of dollars that they once had. And if you go to their website now, it says it's down for maintenance, and they do the whole, we'll be back soon.
Yeah, no,
even though they're not going to be back soon. And at our 420 show, we were talking to the guys that own that dispensary from High Hopes.
Yep.
And they were talking about these guys, and they were like, dude, they were spending money on private planes and trips, and it was like WeWork, where they were like, where's those at? And they were just spending crazy money, and now they're like the laughing stock of the weed industry because that, if you do it right, you should be able to make a ton of money on a weed company.
I think most of the weed places that are successful are started and run by weed guys, weed enthusiasts, people. And then I think what happened with MedMen is they're a bunch of kind of square tech nerds that didn't know anything about weed, didn't smoke weed, just decided, let's go ahead
and start a company.
From the very beginning, I think they were flawed. And I went into one time.
They were very ambitious. They were very motivated. Like, you don't need all that for a weed company.
And I felt, let me tell you something. I've been around weed a long time. I mean, I love it. I always have, always will.
You're the CEO of your own weed company.
CEO of my own, made $0, spent a lot. But I walked into one of those places one time, and I said, these guys are trying to be too cool for school. I didn't like it. The guy was talking to me like I didn't know what I was doing. And then I said a question to him. I was like, I don't even think this guy knows what weed is.
Yeah, well,
and when you'd walk in there, it was a very sterile environment, too.
Yes.
It was just like, what kind of place am I in?
Right, and the guys from the High Hopes show, that place is just, you can tell all of them, it's chaos, but all
chaos.
of them love each other and they love weed.
Right.
And that's really what the company's values are, and that's what's going to make you successful in the industry.
Yeah.
All right, many people have a lot of love-hate relationships with Airbnb, but whatever your opinion is, it's hard to resist all of those like one-off, one-night stay things that they have.
Stay at the Barbie Dream House.
Yeah,
stay
exactly.
at the house from The Shining or whatever.
Yeah, so they just released a whole new crop of things that they're offering, and this one is part of their, quote, Icons series. So you can be a part of like other iconic films and you can party with actual celebrities. So one of them is you can stay in the Up House, so you can sleep inside one of the iconic homes, and yes, they said it floats. I don't know how that's possible, but it has 8,000 balloons attached to it. Or you can go VIP with Kevin Hart. They said Kevin Hart is going to take you inside a members-only Coramino Live Lounge for an A-list evening with other celebrities.
I've heard Airbnb a couple times a year they do this. I've never known anyone that's ever gotten in because it's always one night, one person.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they have to have a really heavy, like, I'm sure there's a lot of filters a person has to go through to even be considered for this. And they say it's like, oh, first come, first serve. But I'm sure behind the scenes they're doing all kinds of stuff to make sure that a crazy person isn't hanging out with Kevin Hart.
626 says MedMen felt like Fry's Electronics for weed. It was just weird in there. That's very well said. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now.
Klein Alley Show.
My name is Lily. I'm 7 years old. I listen to you every day.
We did it.
Lonya!
Lonya!
It is what it is. Good night.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah, welcome to the Prequen, just after 7 o'clock now on a Thursday morning. Lots going on this hour. If you want to lock in with us, highly suggested. Vegas could be in your future. We're heading back. As one-armed Gary said, back to the Palms in Vegas. Back to the Palms in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Many times. In fact, he's got some competition, Allie. I don't even know if Jake the Nerd heard this, but one-armed Gary, who we love, but has not yet secured his spot on this trip, and I don't know if he will. He's got someone who's going after his spot because we got another person that left a song that may be better than Gary's. Listen to this.
This is No Arms Jerry, and I wrote a song about the upcoming trip.
This is now Move Over One-Armed Gary. Now we have No Arms Jerry who left a message.
Man, how did he leave the message?
Klein and Alley are going to Vegas, to Vegas, to Vegas. But I'm stuck here in Prim, Nevada, Prim, Nevada, Prim, Nevada. Sure, it's only a 1 hour drive to Vegas.
Oh, thank you.
To Vegas.
I appreciate the effort. That's No Arms Jerry, if that is his real name.
This is really going off the rails. I don't know if I'm on board with this anymore.
Well, here's what we got going up this hour. An awkward moment, your mother having a conversation. It will be uncomfortable, but we will enjoy it. Eavesdropping in could score you a trip to Vegas on Mother's Day weekend with us. Back to the Palms, hotels, parties, pool parties, nighttime concerts, shenanigans, tomfoolery, and everything else you could expect. That's coming up this hour on the show. Plus, there was a music video that was shot yesterday at a multi-million-dollar house in Malibu. Allie claims it was the best house she's ever seen in her entire life.
And I would argue the best house that anybody on the show has ever seen in their lives.
Bunch of listeners
It wasn't
went.
a house. It was an estate.
Yeah.
Allie was there. Jake, Postmaster Johnny, horses were involved. We will get a little bit of the behind the scenes that took place at this video shoot for Allie's new song that she did with her real-life neighbor, Ray Hurstberg.
Ray Happenstall, whose name we had to drop at the call box at the gate, and it did not go well.
Yeah, I saw a video of that. So that's coming up this hour on the show. If you need us, lots of ways to get involved. 800-520-1067. We got lots happening. and your Vegas in your future here on KROQ.
Klein, Alley, Show! Mornings on KROQ!
106.7 KROQ.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. More Vegas trips upcoming. Then you can pick your poison. It's a choose your own adventure. 2 bands, intimate little venue right here at KROQ. You can pick. You want Cannons, you want Cage the Elephant. We'll give you that choice in about an hour and get you into those shows, both happening next week here at KROQ in the helpful Honda sound space. Right now, though, what's happening in the world? It's time for your ADD News. Hit it.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Ooh, a ladybug. Hello, ma'am. Oh, that's a spider. Run!
So Boeing is one of many companies that are not having a great year, and now you can add murder conspiracies to the growing pile of accusations. A second Boeing whistleblower has died under very weird circumstances, and it makes you wonder, is Boeing offing people to cover their own asses? Now, There's no official evidence of this, but it is a weird coincidence that 2 of them have died within months of each other. This guy that just died this week, his name is Josh Dean, and he was a quality auditor at Boeing. The guy was 45 years old. He was known for having a very healthy lifestyle, and then suddenly, boom, fast-spreading infection puts him in critical condition for 2 weeks. He's now dead. Then back in March,
come on.
There was a different whistleblower who died with a, quote, self-inflicted gunshot wound. And the guy's 62 years old. I don't think there was a lot of evidence of being depressed or anything like that. So I would assume that somebody's investigating this and trying to figure out if there's a correlation, because there's got to be.
I know that there are quite a few conspiracy theorists out there in the world about everything, and if you probably have a friend that at this point everything has to be a conspiracy, no one buys anything anymore. Yeah. Even like, Trader Joe's, they had orange chicken, man. That's the government trying to take control.
My sister was like, the Queen's been dead for years. Before the Queen died.
Well, she has been dead now.
Well, now she has, but this was years ago.
But
that she was
and the problem is when you get real good conspiracies like this one, then they get grouped in with all the other, weird tin hat conspiracy people. But this particular one is very interesting because Boeing,
it also seems like such a Boeing move because they're so stupid.
Right.
That it's like all of this stuff is like the spotlight is on them. Like they should have already killed these people.
But I've seen
if they're doing it too late and they're cutting corners again.
In the they haven't done there've been shows before where they're able to sneak up on someone and inject them with a little something, and then next thing you know, they develop this thing that seems like it's a natural, but this guy gets a random rare flesh-eating bacteria or whatever, and then the guy's dead in a week.
Well, yeah, I think they said it was pneumonia that then spread to a bacterial infection, which then eventually killed him. But pneumonia, I feel like is one of those things that it's a result of something they already had. It develops into pneumonia.
Unless Boeing's just like, oh man, we're so lucky. All these people that are ratting us out just keep on getting crushed. I don't know. It seems, if there's a third, how many whistleblowers are there?
I don't know offhand, but I know there are multiple. I mean, this guy that just died was a quality auditor, which seems like somebody who would whistleblow, and I guess he got fired from Spirit, which is sad.
Yikes.
But he said that he got fired for retaliation because of stuff that it was retaliation because he was speaking up about things that were not going according to plan. So to be continued. I think of a third one.
That's a whistleblower.
Kill him!
Stop blowing whistles. Stop it.
Someone infect that guy with botulism.
That sounds like he's infected or something.
All right, we talk every week about the new ways that people are getting scammed, and I have to mention this one before the week's out because it's an AI scam. And there is a product that is not real, was created by AI, and people are buying the product. So I don't know if you've seen this, but there are these... It's sad because people are buying fake plant seeds. But basically... AI has created this plant that when it flowers, it looks like a cat's face. And they're like, there are these cat flowers where you buy these seeds and you plant them, and then all of a sudden you have these plants and their heads, the flowers look like cat heads.
Here's why.
And it's super cute, and there's like these little kitten plants, and they're fake, but people are buying seeds for the plants because AI was able to generate the image of the actual plant, and people think it's real.
And because cat people, let's be honest, are the saddest people.
Well, and I looked at this and I was like, I must have this.
Right. Even though you know it's fake as you're reporting the story, you're still probably being like, and here's my Venmo.
Exactly.
Because it is, I get it, and I do 3 or 4 times a day now. Swipe past them. Yeah, they're flowers. I mean, post these up on our Instagram if you want to, I guess.
They have little eyes and little noses.
Yeah, but if someone's going to buy it and be like, I got to get these cat flowers in my place, and then they're sending money, and then what are they getting? Just seed? Are they getting anything in the mail? Like, are they getting seeds that just grow regular, boring flowers, or are they not even getting seeds? Are they getting anything at all?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because I feel like the people that...
Oh, man, these ones are even cuter.
This is a perfect storm of cat people and gardening people. And they are... and Omar, I know you're a gardening person, and I hate to put you in this category with Allie, who's a cat person, but let's be honest, two of the saddest subcultures.
And a failed gardener, Klein.
That's
I've
right.
killed a lot of plants.
That's right.
Okay.
I should have mentioned that.
But I
failed
think
gardener.
if you ask AI who are the best people to scam, it would say cat people and gardeners.
562 is an interesting question on the text line before we kick off a brand new hour of the show. Ask Postmaster Johnny if he knows what a whistleblower is.
Oh, my God. Great question.
I'm going to say 0% chance. But, Johnny, grab the mic. What is a whistleblower?
Like that.
Why do you think they keep killing? Why do you think these whistleblowers keep getting killed that work at Boeing? What does that mean when we say that, whistleblower?
I thought whistleblower were the people that come out during the Me Too movement or stuff like that. Like they break their silence. Isn't that what a whistleblower is?
Okay.
They're like, hey, time's out. I'm not doing this no
Time's
more.
out?
Time up,
That
whatever they
was
were
the
saying.
hashtag.
That's it.
Time's out.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein, Allie, Johnny, Vanessa, Gomer, and even Jake. This current crew running this show feels like a family, and this is why this show is really better than ever. Ooh-ha.
I don't care about that either, trust me.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to the Prequin. A week from tomorrow, we head off to Vegas. This hour, we get you in. We got 2 more trips to give away today, 3 tomorrow. That means 5 more trips in total. And we'd love you to join us as we return to Sin City, this time back to Palms Hotel Casino. Love that place, as you know, have for some time now, and all been redone, freshened up, multi-million dollar reno that took place there. Giant shark, real shark in the lobby. I mean, it's can't be any better, Allie. We'll get you in, doubling down at the Palms, and another chance to join us. This hour is coming up. We also got the return of Netflix or Notflix. A new month means all sorts of new titles are coming to Netflix. And this week, particularly, and next, you get all that live comedy stuff because Netflix is a joke is taking over all over Southern California. Every venue, I drive by the bowl. I see, I guess last night was the first of 2 shows with Seinfeld, Nate, Jim Gaffigan,
Cool.
Sebastian.
I saw some headline that was like, there are 527 shows, comedy shows coming to LA.
It's wild. Our buddies in Wolves of Glendale got something coming up. We've had quite a few comedians stopping by the studio. We got more that'll be stopping by over the next few days.
Jake
Chelsea
Dill, not
Handler.
booked.
Jake, are you doing any of the shows? Because it appears every comedian is working this week for the Netflix is a
I'm
joke.
going to open for Taylor Tomlinson on Wednesday, actually.
You are?
Yep.
Is this a bad bit, or are you really doing that?
That's what I heard yesterday. I got to confirm it, but they asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, sure.
Opening for Taylor Tomlinson, or like you're going to go on and then
Like
she's going
opening the door for her to walk in.
Yeah, I'm opening the car door, actually.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm doing valet.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
This man in a backpack opened a door for me.
This
A dog
hour
in a backpack.
is going to be a big hour for Jake the Nerd because his sexual drought has now entered 6 months. And as a result, we've got a new thing we're going to be debuting called Sexperiments with Jake the Nerd, where he will be experimenting real things that have been proven to help people have sex. And Jake will be attempting this with his real live-in girlfriend.
And we're going to start with Klein's peanut butter trick.
You got to start with the peanut butter trick. That's a slow burn. We're not going to start with that one. We actually have one that's way more
Slow
scientific.
burn is another thing that we're going to try.
Right.
Klein Alley
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ. Say that again, Jake. What is it? What is the text?
For the text?
Yeah.
Last night I had the wildest dream, and you were in it.
Love it.
That's a good one. A lot of women are trying to help you out on the text line. I don't know if you have access to the show's text line, but 714 says you should start with something like, hey, babe, you know what I was thinking about today? And then remember the last time we blank, and then kind of go into some specifics about it. Because,
I can't remember the last time.
well,
Don't say that.
don't say that.
Remember the last time? Because I don't.
Don't be passive aggressive.
There's a list here of sex messages that are guaranteed to work, and since we're doing sex experiments with Jake the Nerd, he's 6 months into a drought. You could send her this one if you'd rather. I don't like sitting in work when I could be at home doing filthy things with you. That's another option.
I don't think that's her style.
And I also think Jake would just mean actual filthy things.
Right. It could be
You
home
go
sweating
through-
on stuff. All right. Let's get to your news now. Send the text. You're going to send the one about the dream because that's on the
I already
list.
sent it.
All right, great. Any response?
Not yet.
All right, keep us posted.
Keep track of her responses and stuff because we'll probably want to post the conversation.
Yeah. And if this week doesn't work, don't worry. Next week, whole new sex experiment with Jake the Nerd. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. And now the Kenkle Queen.
Thank you. Though a lot of people are taking a turn on electric cars, they still say that the cheapest car to maintain, particularly in the first 5 years, is the Tesla. But if you don't have a good charging setup, having any electric car can be super annoying. Like, Klein, I don't think you even have an at-home charging situation, and you're having to scurry around and find a way to charge your car every week, which is very stressful.
I get into multiple almost fistfights with people in a Ralph's parking lot every week because of there's no line and everyone's like, I'm next. The guy's like, I'm next.
I've seen this happen.
And then they're like, the guy with the Chevy Volta's next. And the guy's like, that guy's next. It's crazy. It's total chaos.
Yeah, so now Tesla owners are freaking out because Tesla announced abruptly that they are getting rid of the entire team that develops their EV charging network. So Tesla has the most charging stations out of any electric car, but now they're not really going to be expanding that anymore. And there is even some freak out eventually. Maybe they would get rid of some or sell their spots to other competitors because they've kind of monopolized the ability. Like, they have so many charging stations and not every parking lot is built for it. You know what I mean? So as soon as somebody has a few spots and then Tesla takes them up, another electric car company can't then build their own EV station there, or they have to make it compatible with a Tesla charging station.
Only about 5 years ago, was not that long ago, I remember you'd go to any place that the parking lot was packed around Christmas, mall, whatever, and they'd have all these electric car only parking spots were wide open.
Always empty.
Always
yes.
open. And I used to park my car in those spots and take that little charger and put it right in my gas tank.
God, and I would remember I'd get so mad that all of those spots were there.
Yeah, they're
and
great
I'd be
spots
like,
too.
God damn, what the hell?
They were better than handicap even. They were even closer. And they were
know.
just sitting there. And I go, no one's taking these electric spots. Now those things are first to go.
Now I get there and I'm like, ugh, there's no Tesla charging stations.
Stupid.
I got a response.
Stupid hippies.
You
She
did?
responded. Hold on. This is breaking. Jake, let me go ahead and give you the proper intro here. Hold on. You got a response from your sex message to her?
That was fast.
Here
So
we go.
it seems
This is
like it maybe
exciting.
did something.
Here it is.
Hold on to your Adderall, kids. The lesbian is talking. It's time for ADD Breaking News.
All right, Jake, what did she say?
She said, what kind of dream is it?
Oh, here we go.
Okay, say butt stuff. Go.
No. Don't ruin it. Be smart.
Welcome to the chocolate factory.
There you go. You write that back verbatim. Jake, got it?
Can you send that that clip?
Send it.
TikTok.
Ask our boss for the link. We'll send it to you.
That'd be so
I'll send
funny.
a link to the TikTok.
Yeah, send
Or
the
say
link.
I'm boned up.
No, hold on. No, don't say that. You're in. She responded. This is flirty, dude. Don't blow this,
Yeah,
man, Jake.
that's
I'm
true.
rooting for you.
Okay, so now we have to
So
come up with...
octopus emoji.
No. Don't respond
blue
yet. We
kiss.
need to
Don't
figure
res-
out what your response
Hey,
is
don't
gonna be.
respond at all. Hard to get.
Oh, my God.
Don't respond.
That's a good,
Leave her hanging.
Leave her hanging.
Oh, this
Leave
is
her
good.
hanging at least for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Turns out there are 4 simple things that you can do to make your day better instantly. And if you feel stressed, anxious, depressed, whatever, there are 4 morning habits that experts say you need to get rid of right now that will make your day go better and will make you an
this.
overall happier person.
Go ahead.
Don't wake up to a loud alarm clock. Check. I do a vibration. Number 2, don't check your email as soon as you wake up. That is the first thing I do when I wake up after I turn my alarm off. Thirdly, don't focus on the stuff that went wrong yesterday.
Oh, it's my favorite thing to do. I love it.
When I get in the shower, I think about all the things that went wrong yesterday.
Yeah.
And then finally, start with a meditation and deep breathing.
Oh, this is the same BS. Mm-hmm. That's stupid.
Yeah, the other things they say to do are
How about you find
hang something in your bedroom that makes you smile. Focus on what you want to happen today and make a list of all the cool things that you want to happen that day.
This
and
is all hippy-dippy crap.
move a little bit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a full workout or just some gentle stretching for a few minutes or a little downward dog action to get your blood flowing.
Blah, blah, blah. I got it.
All right. And does it mean the big one is coming or does it mean we are going to prolong the inevitable? It was another earthquake that happened yesterday. This time it was in
4-1.
Orange County. It was a 4.3 when it originally happened, and I hate it when they make it less big later on.
California, they always got to shave a few off the edge.
And it was now,
Right.
so it was a 4.3 and now it's a 4.1. Yeah.
Right,
but they
right.
said there were no injuries reported, and it was just a, quote, light shaking about 6 miles outside of Corona.
There you go. There's your news. Thanks for watching some of our radio show. We've got to get these cameras back to Best Buy before the 30 days runs out. So in the meantime, you can check out our radio show, which is available to listen to every day live on KROQ or the podcast.
Yes, if you download and subscribe to the podcast, you can save a morning show in need.
That's us.
We're very much in need. We're thirsty. Thirst trap.